Hello, it's Rory from RH Coaching, and I'm going to tell you something that I'm sure you would love to hear, and that is that you do not have to give up the food and drink that you love if you are looking to lose body fat and you're looking to lose weight and you're looking to transform the way that you look. And this is a mistake that I see so many people making. But in fact, I advocate the exact opposite. I actually encourage my clients to eat and drink the food that they love, even if it's bad, even if it's naughty, even if it's, foods that wouldn't usually help them towards their goals. But the problem that I see with people who are being too strict on themselves and are cutting out all the foods that they love because they just want to drop down a clothes size, because they just want to lose some body fat. The problem I see with this is it's not a sustainable method, because you're cutting out the food and drink that you love. You're therefore losing your strong relationship with food. You're getting bored and tired of the food that you're forcing down your throat every day because it's not tasty, it's not enjoyable. You are just consuming it because you feel you have to achieve your goals. But the problem with this is, as I've said, it's not sustainable, because sooner or later you will get bored, you'll get frustrated, you'll get fed up with this style of eating. You'll get fed up with the style of food that you're having, and you'll get fed up with not being able to enjoy the treats. You'll be fed up with going out and turning down food and turning down drink because it doesn't fit with your goals, it doesn't align with your goals. But what if you could achieve those goals while still enjoying these foods and drinks? And you totally can. In fact, I would advocate it, because I would argue you're going to get even better results if you do allow yourself to have those treats, because it's going to be sustainable. Now, imagine if you stick to a super restrictive diet where you're cutting out a lot of food, cutting out a lot of stuff that you normally binge on, cutting out chocolate, cutting out cake, cutting out alcohol, and you lose 2 stone in, let's say, 4 months, okay? And that's fantastic. But it was a grind. It was a really hard few months, didn't enjoy it, but you stuck at it because you felt like you should, and the scales were moving, okay? But after a few months, the scales stop moving and you get a bit frustrated. Oh, I'm eating all this good food, I'm exercising, but I'm not losing any more weight, okay? Now, compare that to if you allowed yourself to eat more, if you allowed yourself to have those treats as well, if you allowed yourself to have the alcohol every now and again, have the cake every now and again, but you saved it for social occasions, when you're meeting up with friends or family, or you're at a wedding or a party, and you just had those naughtier foods then, you would still lose the weight, because you're not having it regularly, because you're not forming habits out of the bad food. You will still lose the weight. You could probably still lose the weight at a very similar rate. You probably wouldn't gain much more from cutting out all the foods. But the difference this time is it's much more sustainable, because you are allowing yourself to have those naughty foods as well. You're allowing yourself to have the finer foods, the pleasure foods as well, which means you are going to be able to maintain it for not just 4 months, but 4 years and way beyond that. So my advice for today is continue your good nutrition, continue getting the food that you should be having to achieve your goals at least 80% of the time. But don't feel guilty, don't feel bad, and don't turn down the opportunity of having the foods that you love if it keeps a strong relationship with food.